I had an interesting conversation with one of my tech actors today, Abiola Okujobi. Wonderful guy doing amazing things in the design space. Now, this video you're about to watch is an interesting conversation of a young man that is silently making money in Nigeria. And this is the point I'm making to the young ones out there. Can you please just focus on yourself and make a difference? Leave the Nigerian problem, that's not your problem. The video you're about to see now, it's this journey of a young man, a tech actor, like I like to describe them. I'm not a tech zombie who is procrastinating and not even making something good out of their life. Watch this video. Listen to this video and see what Abiola Ogunjobi has that makes him unique and different. Thank you.
So it only makes sense for every serious person, particularly children, right? Because this is my interest. I want them to be properly guided on what the future holds for them. So the essence of this conversation is to celebrate people like you and what you're doing. Correct me if I'm wrong, Abiola. I consider you as one of my special friends.
So no,
Hello, Abiola.
I did not know. I did not know that before. It's no.
Now you know. So Ifeka, we appreciate one of my special friends that we're engaging today, Abiola.
The appreciation should be monetary, please.
It should be monetized. It should be monetized. Appreciation will be monetized. The art of our conversation today, and we actually have two products that we want to really look at. Okay, I want Abiola to introduce himself. I want the audience to get familiar with Abiola. Abiola, tell us about yourself. Are you a tech actor or a tech zombie?
Well, according to your descriptions, I'm definitely a tech actor. My name is Abiola Ogunjobi. I'm a product designer. I've been a product designer for over 6 years now, running on 7 years. I like to refer to myself as an accidental product designer. My aunt reached out to me from the UK and said that someone wanted to renew her website, the website for her interior design company, and was charging her £200. And that she felt like £200 was a lot of money, and she thought that I would be able to do something about it to cost her less if I could do that, right? Then she reached out to me. Honestly, at that point in time, I knew nothing about web design. If you attended a Nigerian university, even though you studied computer science, I can assure you that the only things that were taught were languages like Fortran and Pascal. Fortran 77, was a language that was used way back in 1972 in the US, right? And I was learning that.
Now, this misconception is we all go to universities, polytechnic, with the assumption that everything your future will be about, right, will actually be taught in university. And that's a misconception. So when people like you come out to say, okay, I'm a computer scientist, but I really did not get the fundamentals of what I need to do. University is not meant to be that. In the real sense of it, university is actually meant to open your eyes. Now, it is what would define your future is you.
Yeah, true.
Right? So the earlier everybody knows that what defines you is you. You need to know those skill sets that you need, the tools you need to work with. What university will do primarily for you is to open your eyes to the fundamentals. So University of Port Harcourt, they've done their bit by opening Abiola's mind. You understand? So I don't want you to take that away from what they've done to you. A round of applause for University of Port Harcourt, please.
And it's my alma mater.
They've done their bit by making you find yourself.
Exactly. As a designer, tell us about some of those projects you've done. And most importantly, this is the one I want you to speak to, because you are one of my tech actors, right? Yeah. In Yoruba language, you call people like you Agbele Pau.
COVID, when it came in 2020, was definitely a blessing more than a curse for me, because that opened the eyes of everybody into remote working. That opened the eyes of everybody into talents in Africa, and that gave me the opportunity to begin to work with companies in the US, companies in the UK, companies in South Africa, Kenya, Rwanda, Germany, Netherlands, and I mean the list is endless.
I'm confused now, because I mean, if I see you and your dread outside, the first thing that comes to my mind is this is another Yahoo boy. So are you saying that, you know, all the conversations that you're doing on your system that has Netherlands, that has US and UK is not Yahoo related?
I honestly love
with your look. How many times have they flagged you down?
A lot of times, countless number of times, countless. Especially because I drive a white Mercedes.
Countless. Because you drive a what?
A white Mercedes. Countless number of times. Countless. I can't even count on the top of my hands how many times they stop me. And as a matter of fact, I love them stopping me because I get to educate them as to the reason why I am this successful.
Or you compulsory must drop something.
And sometimes I just tell them, you know what, I'm not dropping anything. But sometimes, you consider the policeman on the streets whose salary is 50K, and that 50K is the same thing that I'll make in 1 or 2 hours of work. You might want to feel pity for him.
If it has a list of tools, AI tools that is actually threatening your job, which is why we're here. If you have the floor. Abiola is about to be out of job. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for you, Abiola.
So would like you to speak.
All this your smile, all this your simulation. This your simulation. You will sell it in a couple of weeks now with what Abiola.
Let's see what you have.
So last week,
what Ife is about to talk about. Okay.
Last week I came across this AI tool. It is called Galileo AI.
Okay.
So what Galileo AI does is that I'll call Galileo AI test to Figma.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you laughing? All you need
No, I'm happy. I'm happy that Abiola is out of. I'm really going to go after his job. Go on.
And it is really fascinating, you know.
But I really want Abiola as a designer to speak to this. Do you understand? So Midjourney is a text-to-image platform where you're just giving clear instruction of what type of image you want, make your design on your own, and not necessarily engaging people like Abiola to work for you. So Abiola, do you see AI tools like this, Midjourney, a threat to what you do, or is actually even going to make you better at what you're doing and more opportunities for you?
Yes, I do. I absolutely am not threatened by AI, and the reason is simple. This is actually very beautiful. To be honest, it's mind blowing. It's. I mean, I've seen on the internet sometimes where some kids in the US try to prank, or rather, not even try. They successfully pranked their class teacher, their subject teacher, into saying that Trump made an announcement in school and that he wanted everybody to go home. And literally all the kids got
I think your explanation has actually shed light into, right, is, you know, the literary meaning of the word research.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you're simply saying something that already existed. Do you understand? You want to go and research it. Yeah. They all existed somewhere. You're searching again, right? That's why they put re in front of it, which technically says that those things already existed. You are researching it, improving on what already existed. Okay, so that's part of what makes us human. The creativity is what makes us human. I'm also of the school of thought that AI is actually meant to make us more efficient, but I also will tell you there's this side of me, Abiola, that is saying, excuse me, where this thing is taking us to. If it's killing Bewaloyi, so
yeah.
So there's that,
at that point,
in the evolutionary sense, it will actually make us efficient. You can't compare the brain of a 7-year-old now to that of a 7-year-old in the 1980 something or 1970 something. The perception is different. You would have a baby, a 2-year-old kid, like operating an Android phone easily. Like 2-year-old, 3-year-old, they know where to go. They can go to YouTube, and so those access to information, they have it. But 1980 something, 1970 something kids like Apple. Apple, sorry about that. So
one of my dreams is to travel to Germany and drive on the Autobahn. But before I go to Germany and drive on the Autobahn at low limits of speed, I invested an insane amount of money in a racing simulator in my house.
Wow.
Right? Without insane. I mean, that thing cost me more than ₦1 million.